I should have done this one with my son because he's over here working on his homework and he's bouncing his head around dancing as he can hear this through my headphones. He's swinging around. How many of you guys have heard that line before? It was only a kiss. If they're getting cheated on. That's not okay. Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Glitch in the Matrix. Let's get into something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's been suggested, but I'm just now getting to it. But in all honesty, it was already on my radar. The Killers, Mr. Brightside. I was actually introduced to the Killers via this song. This is kind of what got me into them. Came out in 2004. It's been an eternity since I've heard this thing, and kind of popped back up on my radar with a couple people talking about it on the channel, so I thought I would circle back to it. This is one of those songs that went away, but it keeps coming back. It's kind of one of those persistent songs, and I think it's because of the message of the song. It's about, it was actually written from the point of view of the guitarist of the band. He woke up one night, just had this bad feeling, something's going on. He went down to this popular bar in Las Vegas where his girlfriend and him used to hang out. He shows up there. His girlfriend was actually with another guy, hence what the whole song is about, you know, catching somebody or knowing that your significant other's cheating on you. And that's really kind of how the whole thing was born. But on top of that, there's even more story. And that story is they were in the middle of writing a bunch of songs. And this didn't come out till 2004, but they were writing a bunch of songs in 2001, this being one of them. It's just how far this goes back. And what happened was, in the middle of writing the songs, they went out to their record store, CD store, whatever you want to call it back then, to get the Strokes' new CD, which is funny because I was just talking to my wife about the Strokes not even an hour ago, in fact. It's a glitch in the Matrix. Anyway, long story short is they go buy the Strokes' new album in the middle of their writing processes, and they put it on and they're listening to it and they're like, this thing is just, it's so perfect. And they actually threw out every single song they were working on. They're like, this isn't right. It's just not good enough. The only one they kept around was this one, Mr. Brightside, and it just kind of evolved. And the reason that I say it keeps sticking around is because the message that it sends is something that never goes away. People get cheated on. It's just one of those songs. The video even portrays it. And if you recognize, I'm going to do the original video, if you recognize the people in the video, because one of them is Eric Roberts. Yes, Julia Roberts' brother. And I love him as a bad guy. He's always playing a bad guy in so many shows, and it's so great. And the other one is a lady that played in the movie Coyote Ugly. I'm just going to leave my comments alone on that movie. Anyways, let's get into it. I remember loving this song tremendously, but it's been so long I wanted to circle back to it, not to mention the suggestions. So anyway, hopefully you guys are enjoying what is on the channel. I've got some stuff coming up with the kids soon. Hopefully I'll get some out today. If not today, then tomorrow, I would think for sure on that. But let's, if you guys will get out there and subscribe. And but for now, let's get into some Mr. Brightside. You know, if you really think about it, this song is torturous to the person that's getting cheated on. Just torturous. I mean, I know the words for the most part, but I'm looking at them. It's like, God, that is a brutal thought across the board. Let's keep it going.
And I just can't look. It's killing me. And taking control. Turning snakes into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I pay, destiny.
I should have done this one with my son because he's over here working on his homework and he's bouncing his head around dancing as he can hear this through my headphones. He's swinging around. You want to jump in the middle of it?
I'm gonna join in. Hey everybody.
Just plug in.
Yeah, I was like, I can't not. Let me just.
You just enjoying it too much?
Because I like this song.
All right, let's keep it going.
It's calling me, open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep.
How many of you guys have heard that line before? It was only a kiss. If they're getting cheated on. That's not okay. Let's keep going.
And she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke. And she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed. And my stomach is sick. And it's all in my head. But she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. 'Cause I just can't look. It's killing me. And taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside.
Real quick while I'm thinking about it. So it's interesting to me because it's kind of this, it's almost as if they were kind of portraying, oh, they're playing for her. It's like whoever wins this game wins the girl, right?
Yeah.
But they're playing checkers, which is interesting because checkers is a game of chance for the most part. In fact, the history of checkers and chess, the king wanted 2 games. And he went out and said, I want you guys to invent 2 games. I want you to invent one game that is just solely based on chance, that anybody can win at any given time. And another game that's based on strategy, and you actually have to think about it, play about it, and it was chess. So it's interesting that they chose checkers on there instead of chess because that would have been way more of a strategic move. So it's interesting they put that in there. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry about the big interruption. I just like my stories. All right, let's keep going. Let's finish it off. Is that supposed to be symbolism of the forbidden fruit, the apple? Could be.
It might be.
Yeah, could be. Anyway, as I was sitting there thinking about that video, I remember I've got a friend of mine. I need to get him on a video, and I used to live in Houston for a very long time, and he lived there. And I kept asking him about these bands that I would hear that would come out. And I remember a long time ago, he would be like, "Man, I saw that band at this small little club. I saw that band at this other small little club." And I kept asking him about these bands that exploded eventually. And one of them was the Killers. He's like, "Oh, I love the Killers. I saw them at this small band." And another one, you know who Evanescence is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the first time I got into Evanescence, I was like, hey, I mentioned something to him about Evanescence too, and he's like, oh, yeah, man, I saw them at this little bitty place, these little small hole in the wall. So he just really was on the up and up on these bands, and every time I hear them, I think about him, and I still talk to him to this day, and he actually lives in Dallas now also, so I need to get him on some video. So sorry, I regress. That was a long story. Way off the subject. But anyway, you know this song, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you were over there rocking out, just hearing it through my headphones. Yeah. You joined in. Anyway, yeah, no, it's killer, and I see why it always circles back to people because it's a song about cheating, and cheating goes on. It's rampant. It'll go on forever. It is what it is, and so it resonates to a lot of people, and that's just one thing. So you obviously dig this song.
Oh yeah, I like the song.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there's
I
no
enjoy
reason.
it.
Yeah, no reason to really get into that opinion of it. I'm glad you joined in. That was fun. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing out there on the channel. Big variety. And don't worry, everybody that contributed and donated to the channel and the live stream, I'm going to be getting to those soon. The list is so long. I appreciate it all. And I'm just trying to get them in order and trying to make sense of when to get them out. Anyway, thanks for joining this one. Until next time, we'll have more coming soon. So bye.